Yes, ladies, I'm all out of pellets. And that's what's best for feeding you guys. Let's see how you like this one. There you go. Number one, you're not going to share. My number two. Looky there. I didn't think these would start blooming till later, but that one's ready to pop, and they're purple. And there are a ton of them. Just a ton of them. So that is going to be very interesting to watch. And I believe that is the stage when you would want to cut them for a cut flower arrangement, right before they're getting ready to pop. And I wonder how many of them out here are almost ready. Very nice. Yeah. And that's got another one. Some of them have 3 coming out already. Another handful in there, and that one's got three flowers. That one's got 3 flowers. That one's got 3 flowers. Oh, and I'm right here in front of this spirea. Oh yeah. Look at all of those getting ready to pop. Wow. These are all just... You can see the blue tips. They're getting ready to flower. This probably gets the most sun right here in this little patch. Hi, Fifi. Purple irises. I don't know if that's what they're officially called, but that's what I'm calling them. I am standing right behind the rock wall. Fifi is doing a regular photobomb. And then that's the row of irises that I was just looking at. And this is going to be a nice view here in a few weeks. Maybe even a few days. I hope they're still going in May when the farmer's market opens. There's my eastern bluebird. Okay, I have seen the bluebird coming out of that nest. So I'm pretty sure the eastern bluebird is nesting in that birdhouse. Chilling out on a Saturday morning. It is Saturday. Number 3 just showed up. It's not quite noon. 1 and 2 were hanging out earlier, but not number 3. She came running up, squawking, made a beeline for the water and the food, and I think she's broody again. So now I got to find out where her nest is. A little Saturday update from inside the coop. They're all just hanging out. This is how they are 99% of the time. And the lavender one is sitting in the nest. Although I'm going to have a new nest box for you. If not today, tomorrow. Yeah. And these girls, they were part of a larger flock. And so those first couple of days, they were feeling each other out, I'm pretty certain. But everything is calmed down. A little bit of pecking at feeding time. And a little bit of pecking at roosting time. Yeah. Number 2 is just outside there. And here comes number 1. And the everybody was telling me the best time to combine flocks is at night. Yeah, see? Yeah, they're not wrong either. They aren't wrong. But yeah, you got an egg coming? Or are you just harping at me to get me out of the coop? Okay, well, it's going to work anyway. Yeah. It's not late enough for you guys to head for the hills yet. You're just snooping around. What's up? You looking for a new place to go broody? Like number 3, who knows where up there? Yeah. The thing about the advice of combining flocks at night, that it's incomplete. That's an incomplete piece of advice. If you're going to put them together at night, make sure you are there first thing sun up. Because, you know, as soon as they get off their roosts, it's going to be go time. So I think that it's actually dangerous advice to just, okay, we're just going to put these chickens in here at night and then everything's going to be fine. No, it's not. For 2 days, 3 days, you know, every flock is different. There's going to be some pecking going on. They're going to be establishing some order. So it's incomplete advice to just tell people to combine them at night. I just had to get that little point across that every situation is going to be different. It's just because you introduce them at night, sure, they're not going to fight at that time. They're just going to wait until they're awake, and then they're going to start fighting. You know, the best advice to give people is when you're combining flocks, pay attention, be present. Dude, be the rooster. That's what you got to do. You got to be the rooster. I was standing in there at roosting time, and they're all up on the roost, and they're still picking at each other. And so I stood in there for till 8:30, almost an hour one night, and they'd be picking on number 1 here, and so I'd yank their tail a little bit, just, you know, give them a little poke, and so they'd stop, and then they'd do it again, and I'd give them a little poke, and they'd do it again, and so I figured out their roosting order is also very important. Number 1 was fine as long as she was in between. The white one was her protector, and it's kind of funny how they'll, you know, number 1 was trying to put her head underneath the white one's wings. It was like, okay, I submit. And then one of the other dark ones, you know, the black and brown ones. As long as number 1 was between that white one and one of the black ones, she was fine. They weren't going to pick on her. But the lavender one and the leghorn, She couldn't be sitting next to one of those two on the roost, or they would just keep pecking at her. And so, yep. And the thing, you saw the video with number 3 pacing, trying to get out, which of course makes everything look worse than it actually is. Well, as it turns out, what I know now that I didn't know then was that number 3 was Broody. She wanted to get out of there to go sit on her eggs wherever they're at. And I couldn't even follow her today. She ran, I didn't have my proper clothing on. And she ran off into the back acres and up a hill. And so she's got a nest up there. And I'm going to have to follow her tomorrow when she comes in for her daily meal and drink, and then deal with that situation. So it's just, it hasn't been a good few days for me. It hasn't. Alright, I have no idea how much video of that I've shown or if I've described it yet. I've got, yeah, that piece is just kind of sitting there. So that's going to be the middle divider. So there will be 2 nest boxes. And yeah, it's kind of overkill and it's way too heavy. I can't move it with a little hand truck 2-wheeler thing. But what I'm thinking for the bottom of that is wrapping it in chicken wire or hardware cloth, whichever I can get my hands on next. And that can be a little brooding area for a broody hen to hatch some eggs down there. That's one idea. But for now, it's going to be a nesting box. And yep, that's how it is. Bob's just sitting there letting the hens eat all of his food. What's up, Bob? That looks nest boxy to me. And that front lip comes out, and this middle divider that slides out, and that slides out. I'm gonna figure out a way to make that a little bit more tight. But yeah. Now watch, I can't get any of the chickens to lay an egg in there. Wouldn't that be something? And once again, the bottom might be a little nice broody pen for a broody hen who wants to hatch some eggs. Alright, let's see how we get it in there without the chickens getting out. Might have to wait till dark. Alright, we'll see how they like it. Yeah, yeah, go on up there. Go on up there. Yeah. There you go. You already laid an egg today, so you can scope it out for tomorrow. 3 big blue eggs today. And I haven't gotten a wide leg in a few days, so leghorn is slacking. Yeah, I can understand the stress. And you probably can't see in there through the chicken wire. I don't know how that goes. But, alright. Only one way to find out if it works.